It was a really productive morning so far. We met at 6:45. We started using Wasserman, what's today, Tuesday? Yesterday. So we started using the meeting rooms yesterday for the first time. We've been over in Acosta for our meetings, and it's great to be able to use this amazing facility. It's convenient, it's great for the players. So yesterday was about cleaning up the Colorado stuff, and then we came out and did our team run. And then this morning we worked on some areas of emphasis. So we started with a period where the offense was working on ball security and the defense was working on different types of tackling. And we went for about 12 minutes with that, and we warmed up and stretched. So we were right out of the chute doing that. Then we worked on some pursuit drills. One of the things that we need to work on both offensively and defensively is when a play breaks down, scramble drill, you know, where receivers go, and what we call plaster, you know, how you attach yourself to receivers when the play breaks down on offense. We worked hard on that. We did some no huddle work, which served two purposes. Number one, you know, helping us go fast on offense and get lined up quickly on defense. And number two, served as conditioning. And then we had a scrimmage for the guys that for the last 5 weeks have been doing service team stuff. You know, those guys are out here every day busting their tails, running off of cards, you know, emulating the team we're getting ready to play. So it was nice for them to be able to come out and just play football. And I think they really enjoyed it. And we did 3 series. It was live. Quarterbacks were live. We didn't have, you know, I don't think any of them took a big hit or anything like that. But it was really good. So it was productive, and we'll come out here again Thursday, and we'll have another practice very much like that, just focusing on the things that as a staff we've looked at and said, hey, these are the real areas that we need to improve on. So we also did a bunch of pass rush stuff. You know, we lost contain a lot the other night, so we focused real heavily on that. You put like a guy like Damian Alloway back there at the quarterback position, you have him scramble around, you're teaching guys how to work off a block. So it was good to be able to just really go back and emphasize fundamentals on a day like today and a day like Thursday. So,
is the bye week coming at a good time?
Ben, it couldn't be a better time, quite frankly, and there's a lot of reasons. Number one, it's the start of school. So they can take this week and they can really focus in on school and get off to a good start, because with a quarter school, you can't procrastinate. So, you know, we ask them the first 2 weeks, obviously in the first 5 days they've got to get their books, and in the first 2 weeks they've got to go meet their professor, you know, and introduce themselves to their professor. So this gives them an opportunity to do that, and then get a jump on their work and not fall behind. You know, we don't want to get to the end of the season, have guys that are scrambling to stay eligible. We want them to get off to a fast start, and they have to in a quarter system. And then it gives us a chance to sharpen some guys up, you know, to get guys some extra work in the training room with our athletic trainers and medical staff. And quite frankly, it couldn't have come at a better time for us. It really couldn't have.
With the 2 weeks off, are you optimistic that you're hopeful that you can get some of these guys back that have been out, like
Jalen and Sonny, and I think Deshaun Holiday has a chance now to play. You know, he didn't do much today live, but I think Thursday he's going to get a chance to do some things. I don't know if we'll make him live, but he'll get a chance to work back in with the defense.
Najee?
You know, Naj was on the side today. But I think that, you know, by the time we get ready to start preparing for our next opponent, he'll be ready to go. Kenny's doing a lot better. I think the same thing with him. I don't mean to forget that the guys in our practice, and I just kind of concentrate when we're out here on the guys that are. But yeah, those guys all, hopefully, I know they're working really hard to get back.
Breland?
You know, Breland right now, I would say no. You know, he's still suffering multiple symptoms from his concussion. And I think what he'll start doing tomorrow is the return to play protocol, you know, but as you guys know, we're not ever going to rush a guy back from that injury. We're just not. And so we're going to take that slow and see what he can do. And I know that he's discouraged, and I know it's really tough on him, and he hates it because he could really be helping us right now. But you're just not going to take that chance. You know, we're not. It was good to have Jimmy Jaggers back out here. We got him some live work. You know, with Caleb going down, you know, all of a sudden Moses and Jimmy become very important to us. And Austin Roberts was not here today. He's back. The NCAA is having some seminar in Indy, and they invited him back to it, so we excused him from yesterday and today, which is a really great thing for him. So those guys, the Jimmy and Moses, they got a lot of work. It was good for them.
Is this going to change the way the passing game? Because Caleb obviously was a big force in the middle of the field. Are you going to have to change the way you play without him?
No, someone else is just going to have to do a heck of a job, where Caleb was doing things, and there's several candidates. So, we won't change the structure of our offense. The emphasis might go to different areas, though. But in terms of the structure of it, no. But certainly when you miss a guy like Caleb, who I believe is leading the nation in receptions as a tight end, I might be wrong there, but I believe he was at least up there. It certainly hurts, but we have some capable guys that'll step in and do a heck of a job for us.
The penalty numbers have been kind of high so far. Is there a common thread there, or are they just all different? And
No, there's a couple commonalities. Number one, defensive holding in the secondary, especially when a quarterback starts to scramble. So that's one of the reasons we work really hard today on the scramble drill and plastering and not holding. Obviously the targeting, we've lost some guys because of targeting. A couple of calls I certainly agree with. I certainly agree with the one on Osa against Memphis. I certainly agree with the one on Darnay on Sunday. I mean, those were plays that you just can't have. But there's others that I don't agree on. But we have to understand that that's how they're going to judge it. So we have to change the way we tackle. So one of the things we did today is work hard on that. I was ashamed the other night that we called a timeout and then had 12 guys on the field on defense. That's I have never had that happen to me in my career, and it was my fault, and it was shameful. It should never happen. It will never happen again. Like I said, in hundreds and hundreds of games, it's never happened, and it can't happen. So I take that very personally. But I would say the ones that are bothering me the most are the defensive holding in the secondary and then the targeting, and the targeting.
With school starting, did you make a decision to consider a scholarship?
We did. We awarded the final scholarship to Stephen Flintoff. He's our starting punter. He's just doing an outstanding job. There's a lot of guys you'd love to be able to give scholarships to, and there's no reason we can't give some mid-years out when guys leave. So we'll look hard at that. Obviously, the next guy that was so worthy was Christian Pabico. And we didn't make a big deal of it like we did with Gio. It's just because when you're giving it to one guy, you don't want to make another guy feel bad. It's just the wrong thing to do. I think to celebrate someone else at the expense of another. So we did it quietly. He was very appreciative. I know he's worked hard to earn it. And his teammates respect him, and just the same with all the other guys that are fighting for scholarships. So I know it means a lot to him. I was a walk-on. I earned a scholarship. I remember the day I got it. I'll never forget it. And I know there was other guys on the team that were as deserving and more deserving as me, and I just happened to get it. So I just want to make sure we respect the process.